Do you like anime? Do you like stickers? If the answer to either of those questions were yes, or you're just an otaku like me, go check out sukawaii.com. Here, you can look at all of these beautiful stickers and other anime merch and accessories. They've got My Hero Academia, they've got 7 Deadly Sins, they've got Jujutsu Kaisen, they've even got little cuties like this. Who is that? I don't know, but I'm buying them. I bought some myself and they're amazing and adorable. Here, look, using the link in the description below, use promo code BAZAAR5 for 5% off of your purchase. That's promo code BAZAAR5 for 5% off of your purchase. I mean, seriously, look how cute.
It's gonna be a long drive. Lean back and enjoy, the pale lanky man said to you as the engine started. Take it easy, burnt bacon bitch. I mean, Dabi. You teased as you stuck your tongue out at him before turning away to avoid any scowls he was going to give you. The engine went quiet as you didn't dare turn to face him, but it wasn't up to you. You felt his heat radiate from his fire, and his other hand pulled your chin to look at him. You swallowed hard, but squeezed your eyes shut, knowing that he was mad for calling him that. But it was met with nothing but a pressure on your lips. It was warm. It didn't take a genius to figure out what was happening. Your arms wrapped around his neck, and you returned the love he gave you. Only a small kiss, to show exactly who you were to him. But that was exactly the reason why you loved him so much. He wasn't always the kind to express his emotions. He was a stoic and aloof man. You're not mad? You asked, pulling back from the kiss. No, little mouse. Do you want me to be? He asked as you shook your head in response. Then be good, or I'm leaving you in the middle of nowhere. You huffed, but decided to let him win this time. You were excited to go on this road trip with him. You had never had something like this. He was always busy being a villain, while you had to hide the fact that you knew where the whole League of Villains were hiding. Not to mention that you had begun a relationship with this highly enigmatic individual who seemed to trust no one. You weren't really entirely sure how you got him to fall for you, nor did you know if this was all some ploy. It didn't matter to you. You just wanted to be with him. Even if he was just going to cast you aside after he had gotten what he needed from you, you didn't mind. You knew he was a selfish man, but you weren't here to change him. You wanted him to have the happiness that he deserved. Dabi, where are we going? You asked, looking out of the window. You'll find out when we get there. Stop asking, he said, paying no attention to you. I literally only asked once, but okay. You sighed as you gave up quickly. Perhaps he was only pretending to be in love with you. There was really no way to know. You wanted to trust that he was as invested in this so-called relationship as you were, but you definitely knew that you were definitely more in love with him than he was. Considering the fact that he never actually said he loved you back. Maybe you weren't even in a relationship. Maybe you were just someone that was willing to follow him everywhere, as long as he gave you a tiny bit of affection. Dabi was a criminal, one that you had accidentally bumped into one day. He was doing something sketchy and he was on the run. Literally, he ran into you. Without a word, he pulled you into an alleyway with his hand over your mouth. When you went to push him away and fight him, he planted his lips on you. A perfect way to silence you, the start of your downfall. Somehow, you sneaked your way into his life. But just as easily, he could sneak out of yours. What are you thinking about, little mouse? He asked, snapping you out of that spiral of yours for a moment. Nothing, it's fine, you answered, short and snappy. It's not nothing. You've been following me for months now. I know how you are. Tell me, he demanded. There it was, the way that he would say that you were following him. In his eyes, you were like a needy puppy that would follow him. He would take, and you were willing to give and give. You never asked for anything back. Perhaps fear was one of the reasons why you never even tried to ask for more. Afraid that he would throw you away. You knew he was the kind of person to have the guts to do that, but that wasn't what you wanted. Your insecurities got the better of you as a tear fell from your eyes. You were looking out of the window so he didn't see. At least, that's what you thought. Fine, don't tell me, he said, turning on the radio. It was always like this, the way he would just brush you off. He wiped your tears from your eyes as you leaned back onto the seat, closing your eyes finally. Just stop thinking about stuff like that, idiot, you thought to yourself as you drifted off to the dream world. And there, it was perfect. He was loving, kind, and he cared for you. But even in the dream, you knew this wasn't the real Dabi. The tears fell even in your dreams, even as you slept. The heartache never stopped, but you didn't want to leave. You knew that you could just leave if you wanted to, because no one knew who you were. Perhaps the League of Villains would keep an eye on you, or do unspeakable things to you. That might even be a better option than withstanding this heartache. We are here. Wake up, little mouse, he said, shaking your shoulder, but you were still deep within your dream. A warm kiss awoke you as you looked up at him, his hands on your cheeks, thumbs wiping away the tears. You were confused. Where did this sudden kindness come from? Were you still dreaming? It didn't make any sense. Maybe you were delusional. You sat up from leaning back on the seat and quickly somehow managed to headbutt him. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to. Your kiss was stolen by him once again, leaving you dumbfounded. Get out of the car. I'll explain everything, he said, pulling away from you as he got out on his side. As you climbed out of the car, rubbing your eyes, you saw the most amazing view. Running to the banister, you felt like you were on top of the world. The city looked so tiny, and it was quiet. The lights were twinkling, and it was worth $1 million. You didn't know why you were here, but for a moment you forgot about your worries. A heat could be felt against you, a harsh comparison to the cold night air. His chin rested on the top of your head for a bit, before he kissed it. You were confused, but his hold on you was tight. The icy wind blew straight through you, but it felt warm. Perhaps because of his quirk, he felt warmer than a normal person. You were thinking about leaving, weren't you? He asked, straight to the point. Dabi... You hesitated to answer him because even you didn't know what you wanted to do. Don't leave, he mumbled. Stay with me, little mouse. I need you. Your eyes filled with tears as they threatened to fall. Do you hear him right? The doubts and worries in your mind dissipated with those words, stealing the words from your mind. You didn't know what to say. He was asking for you to stay, and you didn't know why. You didn't have a quirk, and you didn't have any information. You didn't have anyone who cared for you, so you wouldn't be a very good hostage either. No matter how hard you thought about it, nothing came to mind. Stop thinking. I know you spiral. It's not what you're thinking. He spun you around to look at you with those turquoise-colored eyes, sighing. Do I really have to spell everything out to you? Look. I didn't know I was capable of feeling anything but hate, but you changed that. You were never part of my plan. I never thought someone like you could exist. I'm sorry. You apologized, though you didn't know what for. Why are you apologizing, idiot? He sighed again. You gave me a reason to live other than to fight false heroes, to destroy superhuman society. The day I stole your kiss, it began my downfall, little mouse. Look at me. I love you. His words cut through you and straight into your heart, your knees feeling weak immediately, but he didn't let you fall. He held you to his chest, but he was gentle, almost as if he was afraid to break you, afraid that you would slip away, the one thing that he treasured. I dragged you to this road trip date because I love you, and you are my world, little mouse. Please, be mine, he asked, lifting you up to a kiss. I hope you guys enjoyed this angsty Dabi X Listener fanfic by Little Miss Beanie. Please go read the original in the description below, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did make it this far, please leave a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and leave a comment down below. Who's your favorite villain for My Hero Academia? My personal favorite is Dabi, so I'm happy to make this video. Anyways, that's enough for me. My name is Bazaar, and I'll see you weebs in the next video. Cue the outro.